As we released a couple of betas, we had been talking to Valve that whole time because they had noticed the player numbers for Counter-Strike were pretty high.
Counter-Strike came out and immediately was at 8,000 simultaneous peak players. A week later, it was at 12,000. A month later, it was at 16. And we saw that there was something happening here. And so we immediately said, you know, we've got to find a way to work with these guys.
It was really cool to be talking to Valve at that time because we kind of idolized these guys. We loved Half-Life. We were fans of Valve.
Valve came on board around Beta 5. When they came on, that was the point where it really just took off.
Counter-Strike started out as the side event at the CPL tournament while Quake was the big game. In 2001, Counter-Strike took over the venue.
The key for Counter-Strike in me is very early on it became like kind of a global game, you know. It was one of the first esport that wasn't just like a few countries are really into it or just one region's into it. It's like nearly the whole world to some degree was interested in Counter-Strike. So it's only actually changes within the community that changed how the game was played and how you conceive of what is Counter-Strike, which is this 5v5 defusal game that eventually later had a lower round timer, only uses these certain maps. Like when we first had the first tournaments, no one knew what the good maps were. So we used to play almost all the maps.
Like even into 1.6, Valve always understood the community were a big part of Counter-Strike.